Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with life and energy, there lived a man named Alex. He was a passionate photographer who had always believed in the power of images to tell stories, evoke emotions, and capture the essence of everyday life. Alex often wandered through parks, street fairs, and busy city streets with his camera, eager to document the world around him. One sunny afternoon, as he strolled through Central Park, he noticed a vibrant gathering of musicians, artists, and families enjoying the day. The colorful scene was irresistible, and he began snapping pictures, capturing candid moments of joy and creativity. As he moved closer, he noticed a group of children dancing to a street performer's lively tunes, their laughter echoing through the air. Suddenly, two police officers approached him, their demeanor serious. "Excuse me, sir," one of the officers said. "What are you doing here with that camera?" Alex, slightly taken aback, replied, "I'm just taking pictures. It's a public space, and I have the right to photograph anyone in the park." The officers exchanged glances, and one of them stepped closer. "We need to ensure that you're not violating anyone's privacy. You can't just take pictures of people without their consent." Feeling a surge of frustration, Alex recalled his knowledge of the First Amendment, which protected freedom of the press and the right to gather information in public spaces. "I understand your concerns, but I'm exercising my rights here. This is a public area, and I'm not infringing on anyone's privacy." The officers remained unconvinced, insisting he delete the photos and questioning his motives. Alex stood his ground, explaining how photography was a form of expression and storytelling that shouldn't be stifled by fear or misunderstanding. Other park-goers began to notice the commotion and gathered around, curious about the exchange. Seeing the crowd form, the officers grew agitated. "You need to comply with our orders," one officer warned, raising his voice. "If you don't, we may have to take you in for questioning." With the crowd's support growing, Alex decided it was time to speak up. He calmly addressed the onlookers, sharing his understanding of the law and the importance of protecting civil liberties. "We should all be able to express ourselves freely, and photography is part of that. If we allow fear to dictate our actions, we risk losing our rights." His words resonated with the crowd, and soon, others began to voice their support for Alex. "Let him take his pictures. It's his right," shouted a woman holding a child. "We're all in a public space." Realizing the tide was turning, the officers hesitated. They knew that confronting a crowd of passionate citizens could escalate the situation. After a tense moment, they reluctantly stepped back, allowing Alex to continue taking pictures. With a sense of triumph, Alex resumed his photography, this time with the crowd cheering him on. The officers quietly retreated, realizing that their attempt to infringe upon his rights had only strengthened the resolve of the people around them. As the sun began to set, Alex captured the final moments of the day, a beautiful shot of the park bathed in golden light, filled with laughter and joy. He knew that this experience would not only fuel his passion for photography, but also ignite a deeper commitment to stand up for the freedoms that everyone was entitled to. From that day forward, Alex became an advocate for the rights of photographers and artists, sharing his story and encouraging others to embrace their freedom of expression. The city continued to thrive, its vibrant culture celebrated through the lens of those who dared to capture it, unafraid to stand up for what was right.